I'm going to be short, sweet, and to the point on this one. It is almost midnight here on the East Coast, and I have spent the last 3 hours watching the Logan Paul Ken Golden live stream, and just, yeah. I really, 3 hours of my life I'll never get back. Super disappointed in the just hype stream that it turned into. I'm gonna finish watching it probably tomorrow morning. It was unwatchable, man. They didn't make it about the cards at all, and yeah, super disappointing. I thought that it would be a little more honed in, and you could just tell every time that Logan talked into the camera and was hyping up the bidders, the gong went off and it went up another $300,000 and another man. It just really seemed kind of staged to me. Not staged, but like definitely pre-planned of how long they were going to drag it out. And I think they knew the bidders that were, I think Ken knew the bidders and told them to space it out, like, whatever your max is, just wait to put it in or something so they could drag this thing out. But man, you have all the people sitting there that bought packs. They had to be so bored sitting there for 3+ hours. Like I said, we're going on now, midnight. Here, I can't keep watching, and I can't stay up this late to watch this crap. Um, yeah, man, I tell you what, I didn't like. I was pretty neutral going in on both Ken Golden and Logan Paul, but they are both terrible actors. Like they are just really bad actors. Um, they knew what the floor was for this card. I think they had bidders committed to, 12, 13, 14 million, whatever. It's at like 16.5 million. Maybe it's going to go to 20 million. I don't know what it ends at, but like I said, right now it's at like 16.5 million or something. And I want to talk about what this means. Well, real quick, one other thing on the stream. Like, together, like Ken was calling people morons if they don't bid, if they don't put their stuff on Golden. They weren't even ripping the Legendary Collection packs. I thought they were going to rip those along with it, which would have been really cool to see. They didn't even do that. Logan is bidding on the auction as, live, other stuff on the auction. But the rumor was that he had a piece of the entire auction. So like he's bidding up stuff, but he's maybe getting 1 or 2% of the auction. And which it seems like, because at one point Ken Gold came over to him and said the total auction is over 25 million right now. And he was like, I love you so much. Like, you could tell he's getting a piece of it. Like, it's just really scummy kind of behavior. I don't know. Really rubbed me the wrong way. And whatever. Maybe I'm a Timmy. Maybe I don't know. But what I want to talk about is Pokemon moving forward now, because I did not think going into this, I did not think it would have that big of an effect on the Pokemon hobby. I thought we were kind of through this before, and it wouldn't really happen again. I have a feeling I'm going to be wrong on that. I think that this is going to send some shockwaves short term, and things are going to get really bad. It's going to be 2021 all over again. This, 16, 17, 18, whatever it ends up going for here, it's the largest collectible sale, pop culture sale in history, right? So that doesn't include like fine art and like old coins and stuff, right? It's when it comes to pop culture collectibles, sports, anything, this crushed the record, right? So this is going to get picked up by hundreds of news channels all over the world, really. And the demand for Pokemon is going to go crazy again. As if it already isn't, right? And it's possible that this puts it into another stratosphere. And I think that as bad as things have been, look, I'm a collector and I'm an investor in this stuff, but I'm a collector first, and I believe I'm a Pokemon fan first, right? And I want Pokemon to be here for another 30, 40, 50 years. And when you have so much money coming into it and it being so hyped, and you have the shelves just getting cleared month after month, it really does stop a lot of people from enjoying the hobby. And I think, unfortunately, like, yeah, I know that kids can still get, cards cheap, single cards cheap, but the the most fun memories I have as a kid was opening packs, right? Like, was going to the card store with my dad and opening packs, pulling that first not first edition, pulling that base set Charizard, which was first edition. But and right now that's lost the last year. I mean, unless you pay up, right? Which, I mean, I know a lot of people do, but look, I don't know. I promise I'm not that guy. I'm not that think of the children person, but I just think of Pokemon as a whole, and I'm like, is this really good for the long term if we go through this all again? Um, Man, I don't know. It makes me want to. It makes me really hope for the crash, like, because it's just, man, I just couldn't stand the hype that they were in. Ken Golden said multiple times, like, everybody who owns Pokemon cards, you're welcome, because the value. And look, I'm gonna be a benefit of that, right? Like, I have boxes that are worth, a good bit, and I have stuff in my storage unit that's worth a good bit, and um, I'm gonna benefit from that, but man, I just like the slow and steady, and you use the appreciation in the hobby to grow your collection more, and the kind of people that this might bring in. I mean, there was like 40 to 50,000 live viewers, pretty much the whole stream once it got going. I'm sure there'll be millions of views on the stream in a couple of weeks. His one from a couple of years ago has 12 million views. So it's going to have millions and millions of views. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of just my raw thoughts here. I'm very tired. I'm very yeah. I'm disappointed. It was just. I mean, they still have almost like they're over a little over halfway through the box, I think. Um, yeah, 22. Yeah, they're probably 2/3 of the way through the box right now. It's almost midnight. So I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. Well, I'll see what it ends at in the morning, and see if they still haven't pulled the Charizard yet as of my watching. So that'd be hilarious if they don't pull the Charizard out of the box. That'd be Logan's third straight box of not pulling the Charizard. So, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. I just think now the rest of this year is cooked, man. Like, we're I don't think we're gonna see product on the shelves at all, because it trickles down. Like people, a lot of people might argue, is the last thing I'll say. Um, a lot of people will be like, well, this is just for the people that, are buying first edition and buying, high end stuff and whatever. It does trickle down, right? Like, this could make an era like Sun and Moon or X and Y, or I mean any era really, especially out of print era, just go crazy, because it brings in a lot more people that actually do like Pokemon, right? Like, there's gonna be some people in their 30s that see this because maybe they're a WWE fan, or maybe they're a sports fan, and they do stuff with Ken Golden. They auction stuff at Golden Auctions or whatever. There could be 100 different people that get exposed to this that were Pokemon fans as a kid, and they're wealthy, right? They have money. They have a, whatever, $300,000 a year job, and they have a lot of fun money, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember Pokemon. Like, believe it or not, there is still people that were fans of Pokemon as a kid that still aren't back in, right? Like, it's not everywhere all the time, like those of us that are deep in it think, right? But now it is, because when you have someone like this do something like this kind of huge box break and sell a card for 16, 17, 18, $20 million, it's going to get a lot of eyeballs on it and a lot of people back in, and people that are going to be collectors, and they're going to go spend, they're like, oh, okay, I can spend $5,000 on Pokemon. Let me go buy the Sword and Shield era, looks cool, and they just go buy a booster box from every, from every set from that era, and it only takes a couple hundred people to do that, to make the prices what go up 20, 30, 40%, like, and then you just you compound that over the next couple months, and it's gonna be wild. So just be smart. Like this, it will calm down. I promise. I mean, some eras are gonna be too far gone for all of us, but like, it really feels like Groundhog Day. Like it feels like we're going to do the exact same thing we did in 2020, 2021 into 2022, like, right, that's what it's going to be for, and like end of 2024, but all of 2025, now 2026 into 2027. So maybe it'll last a little longer, but 2023 came and it was awesome. Like, we you could get stuff again, and have fun in the hobby again, and there wasn't so many bad eggs out there just doing all kinds of scummy stuff. So we'll see what happens. I know this was just kind of a rant and a ramble and a negative video. I don't like to be negative, but hey, this I just sat through a 3 hour just crap show. So I don't know, whatever. If you liked it, let me know. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off base. Maybe other people. I didn't really talk to anybody. My one group chat was talking about it a little bit. They were just saying how boring it was. It was just, yeah, because it was taking 10, 12 minutes in between each pack. It was crazy. So, but anyway, still gonna do Krabby's Collector Corner pick of the day. Just feeling an Ultra Prism box. I really like the box art on this. Is just awesome. You have the Leafeon, and then you have the Giratina and the Leafeon, and then you have the was it the Solgaleo and the Krasma, right? Is that Sol? Man, I'm bad with I never played the Sun and Moon games, but that's the Krasma, right? But man, I wish they put Pokemon on the back of boxes again. That's so cool when they do that. But Ultra Prism was really low printed, and then they got a little reprint after, and oh man, there's a little dent in the corner. I didn't know that. I got this on the reprint. I did not get an original box, but pretty cool. I like this booster box. I like the artwork a lot on it. Looks great in the acrylic. So, but all right, we'll be back with a more normal video tomorrow, guys. More positive. But let me know what you thought of the Logan Paul box break if you watched it. Yeah, you can go back, man. I'm envious of those of you that can just go back and just like watch it on 3x and just fast forward through and just see the packs being opened or whatever. Or honestly just watch the highlights, like a highlight reel or something. But anyway, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you heard and saw. And I appreciate you all being here, and we will see you tomorrow.